Hey everybody, welcome to Active Cell Protection Extra here with a new friend, Brian McLaughlin, and from Mountain Man Medical. And I want to talk to you about Mountain Man, why we're partnered with them, what good medical equipment is, and why buying the good stuff here is life and death important. Today's video is brought to us by MagTech Ammunition. Whether I'm shooting rifle or pistol, if I'm on the range training, MagTech Ammunition is along for the ride. So Brian, welcome to the channel, my friend.
Thanks for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
So I know folks are going to wonder, tell us about who Mountain Man Medical is.
All right. Well, Mountain Man Medical is a small company based in Colorado. And of course, we're right there at the Rocky Mountains. So kind of give us the opportunity to use some of our local beautiful scenery as part of that. And one of the things that we wanted to do is get some medical gear out for civilians, not make it so much for the gun community, but make it more accessible to everybody and get that training to everybody that needs it. I know most of your community is the gun people, which are my people, but...
But I also think it's really savvy marketing that we don't say, tactical gun folk medical, because from a social media perspective, say, no, we're just offering medical to the outdoors community is really super smart.
Yeah, it's up the market.
And I also know that Mountain Man is committed to quality medical equipment. Like not the stuff that, the stuff that ends up selling on Amazon is super cheap and it is questionable quality and a lot of fakes out there, and Mountain Man is just absolutely committed to not playing that game.
Yeah. One of the big things about getting involved with a company, I don't make a lot of money. And I'm not in it for the money. I'm into it to help as many people as possible. And one of the things that I think that we can do is we have the least expensive medical kit on the market with the most quality gear in it. Mm-hmm. So all of our stuff has been tested and proven, but we're selling it for a lot cheaper than everybody else. So I'm really excited about that.
So Brian, tell us about your background. Why is medical equipment a passion of yours?
Well, I cut my teeth on trauma medicine in the military as a corpsman. I was in Afghanistan with the Marine Corps, so I got to do a lot of that kind of stuff. I also spent 2 years in the ER as an ER tech, and then also as an EMT. Went to EMT school twice, passed both times.
I was like, wait, you just didn't like it enough the first time?
Your certs, go away.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so when I got out of the military, I went back to do it again to see if maybe I wanted to become a paramedic, which I didn't. So then I stopped doing that, got hooked up with Mountain Man Medical, been doing that ever since, love it.
Dude, that's awesome. And, the founders of Mountain Man are friends of mine too. And so I love this. You guys see that we have some equipment out here, we're going to showcase our kits, right? So this is our instructor range bag. We're going to talk to you about our ankle kit, which you can see some of those up here, that I wear every day. In fact, I have it on right now. And some other equipment. We're going to break the internet by talking about stuff that ain't so good and why you should stay away from it. I'll tell you this, I will ask you one off-the-cuff question that we have not prepped in advance. What's the number one mistake, Brian, that you see private citizens make in terms of trauma medicine?
Waiting too long to apply a tourniquet. I get that all the time. People say your tourniquet should be your last resort. That's the old way of doing things. The new way of doing things is tourniquets are your first resort.
Somebody's bleeding a lot, stick a tourniquet on it, then figure it out.
Absolutely. A lot of people think that if you apply a tourniquet, they're going to lose that limb, and that is not the case. They've got studies of soldiers who have had a tourniquet in place for up to 6 hours, and they still have 100% all of their nerves, all of their limbs intact. Yeah. So the general rule of thumb is 2 hours. You don't want to leave it past 2 hours, but all the way up to 2 hours, there are no problems.
And I would say even if you're an American living in a very rural environment, you're within 2 hours of emergency medical care. Yeah. The number of people that are living outside of 2 hours from a trauma center is very few.
Right.
And so, put the tourniquet on and then figure out, because you want to keep the blood inside, right? So loss of blood will kill you pretty fast.
Absolutely.
And so there it is. So more to come from Mountain Man Medical, and I'm excited to start a series. We're going to have a series here on good medical equipment, how you use that, what some good equipment is, what some not so good equipment is, and rather than me, an end user, talk to you, we're going to have the pro teach us. So, Brian, looking forward to doing it, man.
Absolutely.